Good morning. Today our lesson is about using the active and passive voice of verbs. Let's start. I want you first to read the following examples, then underline the subject, the verb, and the object. Jane speaks 3 languages. Jane plays the guitar and the violin. Jane doesn't watch horror movies. Okay, let's underline them together. Jane is the subject, speaks is the verb, the languages is the object. Jane is the subject, plays is the verb, the guitar and the violin is the object. Jane is the subject, doesn't watch is the verb, horror movies is the object. So we can't here say doesn't only the verb, it's only the verb, or watch is only the verb. We have to say doesn't watch is the whole verb. Okay, now the question. Do we know the subject in the previous sentences? Let's see. Jane speaks. Jane, and again, Jane here. So, if we know the subject, that means it's an active voice. But if we don't know the subject or the doer, that means it's a passive voice. So, try to understand it. Try to think of it another time. Okay. Let's now change the previous sentences from active voice to passive voice. So again, Jane speaks 3 languages. 3 languages is the object. So we put the object first. 3 languages are spoken. So why are? Because we have here, as you see, we have languages. We used are. Why spoken? Because it's a passive voice. We can say 3 languages are speaking. Passive voice, we don't know the subject. We have to use verb 3 past participle, which is spoken. Let's see the second one. Jane plays the guitar. So we put the guitar first. Why we put the object first? Because it's a passive voice. Let's see. The guitar is or are. The guitar is played. Okay. The guitar is played. Let's see this one. Jane doesn't watch horror movies. Horror movies aren't or are not, aren't watched. So again, why did we put here aren't? Why didn't we say are? Because the sentence is negative in the active voice, and when we change it, we use negative form. Aren't watched. Okay, let's see the subject. We said that we hide the subject because it's a passive voice. Okay, is it okay to leave it 3 languages are spoken? Yes, it's okay. We can leave it 3 languages are spoken by Jane. So we can say both. We can say 3 languages are spoken, and that's it, or 3 languages are spoken by Jane. And the same here. The guitar is played by Jane. Okay, so, and the same thing here. So now, why do you think we put the object? We put the subject at the end. Again, because it's a passive voice. The subject is not important in the passive voice.